Merry Christmas, y'all. It's Christmas Day, or I guess a little after midnight now. But this is my Christmas Day entry. Christmas today was really good. Um, Much better than last year's. Last year's was tough. And for a number of reasons. I was really sick. I was just coming off of my injury. Things with the fam were kind of weird, and it turned out weird. But this year was much more fun. We Last night we had our own little celebration here with me, Taylor, and Lily, and just the three of us doing a little Christmas thing here. And this morning we went down and we did a little gift exchange. Then, as part of the White Elephant, basically, Tay was like, hey, because Tay did the vast majority of the gift giving this year, because I was away, and also she's really good at it, and she took on the responsibility, which was fantastic. She was like, hey, for the White Elephant, for the White, or was it, yeah, White Elephant, she was like, just try and get the gifts that we brought. She was like, I don't know what anyone else wants, but I'm getting something that I know I want, so try and get those. So we did. And so one of the things that she got was a pickleball set. And as part of what we did today, we went out and played pickleball, which was a blast. And Mom popped in. We started with, it was me, Tyler, and Jeremy playing. And then Mom popped in, Taylor popped out, and then Dad popped in. And it was really good. It was a blast. I'm really glad we had that time. And then we went back, we played some Sequence, which was a really fun card game. And then we watched Violent Night. And you cannot convince me that Violent Night is not the best Christmas movie. It is my favorite Christmas movie by far, bar none. Came out last year, saw it. We might have seen it twice last year. But at this point, it is a Christmas tradition. Like, we are Violent Night stans at this point. No, it was great. And we had a wonderful time. Alberto and his family were there. Grammy was there. Some of our extended family, like Izzy and Mirad and I, weren't there. They were celebrating in El Paso, but no, we had a great time. It was really great. It's really great. It's funny, and my parents might see this, but it's so funny when my mom commits to a bit, she doubles down, and it's funny because I love a commitment to a bit, but it can make other people feel like uncomfortable, but I think it's hilarious, because that's exactly my kind of humor. But yeah, no, it was funny. But yeah, tomorrow, or I guess today is the 26th, because it's a little past midnight, and Lily doesn't have school for another week or so, and we're really getting back into, we're kind of through the holidays, like the intense holidays. Now we just have like the funsies holidays, and now I'm getting back into the swing of things. I flew in, my first day here was the 23rd. So 23rd, 24th, 25th, it was really my third day back. And it was a really good day. But now that we're through like the holidays, kind of getting back into the normal swing of things, and I'm really committed to like upping the social media game. There's this one content creator, her name is Victoria Paris in particular, that I find like really inspirational, because she's actually on a podcast. She went on the podcast with Colin and Samir, who are my favorite like influencer business podcasts, easily one of my favorite podcasts, just period. And she went on, she talked about like when she got started, she got laid off from her job, and she basically took like, she went from 0 to 1 million followers in 6 months, and she was posting like 20 times a day, which is crazy. And I aspire to do that, but I'm gonna like work up to it, and really figure out like what is and isn't working, sort of thing, and really just like focusing on pumping out as much good, high quality content as possible, and really sticking to and trusting the process. And views, especially on TikTok, I think TikTok is definitely the way to, it's like the litmus test, because with other platforms, there's a lot of like residual kind of social capital, in the sense of like Instagram, for example. If you have a really good account and you have a couple bad posts, those bad posts will do decently just by nature of the fact that people like and follow you. As opposed to TikTok, you can have a super engaging and engaged account, and you have a couple posts that don't do well, those posts will tank. Like TikTok goes very much on a post by post basis. And there are other factors going on, like if it's trying to figure out what's going on with your account, whatever. But consistency is a big part of it. But yeah, TikTok is definitely where I'm putting most of my energy, because I think it is the best indicator of having found an audience, and of really producing good, engaging content. And it also, it's very boom or bust. But when you boom, you can boom big. And I already have an existing platform on TikTok, so that's where I'm putting most of my energy. I'm really focusing on like vlogs and doing slice of life, talking to the camera more, being more comfortable, just communicating my thoughts on things. And one of the things I want to communicate and talk about more is like environmentalism, but I haven't really found a good way to broach that yet. That's something just on a larger scale that I kind of struggle with, because I tend to be a very positive person, and talking about environmentalism can be very doom and gloom, very depressing, honestly. But I feel like that's one of the things I also want to work on as a person, and I think I want to start taking improv classes soon. What I want to work on as a person is just like focusing on like finding the joy, finding the good, because that's super important, and finding a way to twist things and find the humor in everyday situations. Because in conversations, I can kind of do that, and I feel like I kind of lost that actually while I was in LA. That was one of the things that was really throwing me off while I was there, because in large part it was really exhausting, and then also you had to be really careful, just because you were on camera constantly, that you're protecting your image. And I knew what my image was. I have like a very safe, brand friendly image as things go, and so like the last thing I wanted to do was jeopardize that on such a big platform as a literal TV show. So yeah, but I lost a lot of the humor and just the joke and the haha, and I want to bring that back. I think I want to try some like improv exercises, because yeah, I think it'd be fun, and it's a muscle I want to develop, and it's great for camera. But yeah, being able to bring levity to serious situations is a super important skill. And it's what I normally have, but when my humor tends to be very very black or white. And a lot of the people who were there on set were not vibing with my humor, which is fine, totally fine. But it takes out a lot of my repertoire, and I struggle to communicate when I can't make jokes about things. So that was tough, and especially when I'm exhausted. And so I ended up just having super deep conversations, which are great, but are also exhausting. But yeah, really focusing on like the process. It was a video today that like my views had been like over the last like week or so, views have been tanking, especially on TikTok. Instagram's fine. Instagram is consistent, and I mean that's my native platform, which is great. But with TikTok, views have been tanking. There was one video today that was picking up and getting more traction. I was like, okay, cool. So we can ease our way into it. It really is like a consistency, sticking to it, trusting the process. Like part of it also is the algorithm rewards consistency, and there is an algorithmic element to it, especially when you start the way that I did, going from posting semi-infrequently to just like washing your page in content. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I have a lot of catching up to do, a lot of people to see now that I'm back. But I do want to like very seriously nose to the grindstone, just focus on these next couple of months on like really pumping shit out. Especially if, and I still don't know if I got fire or whatnot. Pretty confident I didn't get it at this point. But especially if my next semester I'm doing school, but like really, like, okay, I can make a lot of school content. I can make a lot of like vlog, day in the lifestyle content, just a lot of like little things like that. So, yeah. Anyway, peace.